My dear DAO friends, Fushan Wudang, Tianzun. I'm very happy today, a little bit earlier, on my DAO Talk, daily DAO Talk, live from the Wudang Temple, Germany, Yuzhangguan. And today I still have a lot of things to prepare for tomorrow, and my students they do some preparations as well. Tomorrow morning we have a ceremony, and where some of the guests also have to burn some of the talisman. So I'm going to talk a little bit Dao, and to save some time, I just do the talisman while I'm talking with you. So join me. First of all, we need to start drinking some tea, as always. I drink at this time, I always drink some shupu most of the time in the moment. So today I want to talk a little bit about the ceremony tomorrow. And while I'm talking, you could also ask some questions. I'm going to draw, so not all the time look in the camera. Yeah, this is some fu I draw for ceremony tomorrow. Need to dry. So yes, maybe you also have a look. Over there. Yes, well, I'm not talking too much right now because I need to concentrate drawing the the talisman. I hope you don't mind, and if you find it boring, maybe you just watch another episode. But I want to show you also this kind of practice, this part of my daily Daoist practices, because I need to prepare this, and it's maybe interesting for you to see how it's done. So we're gonna do a few more. Yeah, and while I draw these, I could also tell you what this is about. Yeah, this is talisman or fu for making a ceremony to get rid of disasters. So 这个接额符 there is 24 kinds of fu we draw this way. And 24 kind of disease, or not disease only, but also disasters. Yeah, should be avoided when we offer these to the officials of the 7 stars. 大圣北斗七恩君，大圣北斗七恩君。 one by one, 24 of these. Well, let's make a little break and drink some tea. Yes, so this is a very important part. Prepare for Daoist ceremonies. This is a ceremony to avoid disasters, to help one of our members of the association. They came towards me and asked about the help. So we're going to make a ceremony tomorrow for helping and avoid this. Do I have some ink on my face? Some blood? What is this? Well, anyway, today was a very great day from my side. It's always a great day. I like what I do, and we have some new students, and we are very happy about they enjoy the classes. So yeah, tomorrow we have a full day of activities. Tomorrow we have a little get together, also celebrating the Christmas, yeah, because we are in Germany. A lot of people, they like to celebrate this, so we're gonna do a Daoist version of the Christmas celebration. Yeah, so I'm going to continue drawing. You can watch me drawing it. I hope you can see something. Now it's better. So, yes, the Christmas celebration, we have a ceremony in the morning, and we have a ceremony in the noontime. And afternoon we start with some activities. This one didn't come very well, so just make it. I just show them a little bit, yeah, so you don't get the idea to just copy them. Anyway, it's impossible to copy just from the video, the technique, and especially when you draw the fu, you do a shenzhou before and of course after, during the ceremony. So let's continue. These are more easier ones. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So again, these are the 戒24阿符. Let's draw a few more and then I'll continue talking, okay? I hope you don't mind. So I can finish them tonight before the ceremony tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm the only one in a moment who can draw them here. While we are doing our daily life Dao talk streaming, I'm listening to some traditional classical Daoist music. So there you go. Alright, let's make a little break, take a sip of tea again and again. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. If not, I'm very sorry, but today I want to show something different. We cannot always talk about the dry parts, so you also need to see something, some activities, some actions. Yeah, maybe one day you also want to learn this, because it's a very important practice for Daoist practitioner. If you practice the ceremonies, if you practice the Gaogong or any basic scripture practices, you can also use this, of course. Yeah. Okay. So if you have any question about this practice or the talisman I'm drawing, you can always ask anyway. During the live stream there is a comment section and you are welcome to write comments. I'm wondering who is watching now. It's a day, my dear Dao friends from all around the world. If you just start watching, today's topic is about Dao talk, and while I'm talking, I'm drawing talisman for the ceremony tomorrow. These talisman are important to drive away some of the disasters. Yeah, we call this 24 disasters. So let's do something like this so you can see more clearly. Maybe I talk a little bit about what is this, what I'm using here. This is a normal ink brush, a new one, of course. There's never written any normal characters, but just full characters, full talisman. And the ink I use is like special ink, red ink. It's called Zhusha or Zhusha-yo. Yeah, some of the experts they will say, oh, you don't hold the brush right. Yeah, usually you hold the brush. I know how to hold the brush. So if you want to comment something or give me critics, I'm also very happy about this. There's many before you, so I know the brush supposed to hold like this. Yeah, from four directions, and then the fifth is inside the hand. Yeah. But I like to keep it this way because this is also a style used in Tang Dynasty, yeah, during the earlier periods of Chinese writing. So, well, if you're not happy with my writing style, then maybe find another hobby. I draw some few more and then we continue talking. Oh, let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna do tomorrow. So if you just start watching us, I keep watching on what I'm doing here, so I don't know who's watching now. I'm happy that you watch it, and you're welcome to ask any question about what I'm doing here. Today we talk about Daoism, drink tea, and draw the talisman for our ceremony tomorrow. Yeah, the 24戒额符, 戒额符 from the to offer to burn for the 大圣北斗祈愿军, okay, the officials of the seven stars. So why we do this, or why I draw this, is because this is part of the ceremony, of our ceremony, and we burn this to drive away disasters, drive away bad things. So if it's interesting for you, you can keep watching it, or you can just watch one of the earlier episodes where I do a little bit different practices. If you're interested in standing or sitting practices, you're welcome to watch it in the timeline in the earlier videos, or you just go on our YouTube channel, Daoist Liu. There you will find all earlier versions or all earlier live streams. So yeah, if you have any questions about Daoism, you're welcome to ask anything during the live stream. I'm going to see it. If I look on the screen, most of the time I'm going to draw the talisman anyway. So I'm going to continue to finish soon, finish earlier. I need to prepare more things for tomorrow. But one thing arrived today, and this is very, very nice. I wanted to show you. Yeah, I already posted a photo earlier this morning or this noon. We have the Gangtan, is called Gangtan, is for a special ceremony, like for stepping ceremony or stepping ritual. And I hope you can see it. Yes, this is big enough for doing our rituals on it. So if you don't know what is this for, then maybe in one episode in the future I'm going to show you how we use that. Or maybe we make a video tomorrow from the ceremony, but I don't think so, because maybe never say never. Okay, so let me draw one more. If you're happy or if you like what I do with my daily Daoist live talks, Dao Talk live, or last night was also a late night talk. I had until now I have a lot of feedbacks from you guys, and I'm very happy. When you like what I do, it's a motivation for me to continue, and there is so much feedback about this that I definitely gonna do more episodes. And if you have any questions, any critics, I'm more than happy to get your feedback, to get your messages. Everything is just for make you understand more about Daoism. And this is why I do this, because I want to teach more people what this Daoism about, what we do during the Daoist practices, or what Daoist practices anyway. So if you want to learn more about Daoism, about philosophical Daoism, about religious Daoism, about the daily Daoist lifestyle and Daoist practices, internal practices. There are so many parts of Daoism I could talk about, and I want to get an idea of where this video, where this live stream is going. And for this I need your feedback, and if you tell me I shouldn't do it, well, I probably will do it anyway, because there's too many people that really can benefit from this. But if you want to learn anything, or if you think I shouldn't wear my hat all the time, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. 慈悲师兄道兄啊，师兄好。现在我看几点了？没有表。我们这边大概11点了，你们那边都已经上早课。好，那慈悲，感谢你们的啊，福生无量，福生无量。上早课是一个好事。So there's a Dao friend from another part of the world, and here is it now. It's night time. It's about 11 o'clock, I guess. I don't have a watch with me, but on some other parts, like where what he just mentioned is, they just start they are about to start the morning ceremony, morning period, morning ritual, and I'm very happy that before that he's still calm and watch the episode of Dao Talk Live. So I just hold them inside the camera for a moment, because I know my Shifu will not agree on showing this too much. Okay, so if you want to learn about this, you need to join the classes. You need to come and become a student, or you need to find a master who can teach you this kind of practices. Yeah, I just show you this on the video because I want you to see more of the different aspects of Daoism and what Daoism is for me, is for my brothers or Shifu. It is more than just sitting meditation or Tai Chi, yeah, but it also involves this. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that any Daoist or any Daoist master must do this or is able to do this kind of things. So there is some masters, they specialize in the rituals, they are specialized in the Gaogong, and there are some masters, they specialize in martial arts. And there are some masters, they are specialized in the music only. And there are some masters, they specialize only in the talisman practice or in drawing. Yeah, you see, I show you now the gift of my Shifu, yeah, Rendong Quan. Look, this is a gift of a lifetime. He never gave me a painting, yeah, but this one, yeah, he gave me last time. And this is 4 pieces. It's one set of, it's called a set of 4 kind of flowers. And if I'm not wrong, I always mix this up anyway. Yeah, yeah, Yes, okay, I have a question from Alex here, and I'm happy to answer this. In my opinion, and this is a humble opinion, and I think there must be also many different other opinions. What I learned is the ancient, they came up with a drawing of talisman by transmitting from the divine. Yeah, there is science, and also when I practice, and it is just a hint of my experience, what I give you now, that you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I experience things just flashing in front of my eyes, inner eyes. So this is where it's come from. Yeah. From the transmission of the divine. Yeah, when you practice, yeah, sometimes you just get ideas, yeah, planted or transplanted into your mind. So this is why when you do stillness practice, your mind is clear for this kind of things. Yeah, these paintings, oh yes, Alex, hello again. Yeah, these paintings are all very beautiful. I will show them a little bit closer if you like. Yeah, yeah. This special technique, he like Rendong Chuan, okay, my Shifu, he is really a great painter, but even a better teacher of the Gaogong, of the rituals and Daoist practices, religious practices. And if you want to see what is this, yeah, these ones are even from a different master. Okay, this is my classroom. Actually, this is our classroom. Yeah, there's usually we have some school tables, like tables for the students to sit. But it's also my practice room because this one is big enough and have all the materials we need for the practices. Here's a shelf with instruments, yeah, and here's my table for drawing, all these kind of things. So here's where I practice for myself too. I have another practice room for meditation, but and for different other practices, medical practices. But this is a big room where I can also do my practices, the stepping or whatever you want to practice in a bigger room. So here's also where I paint, where I do my calligraphies and also do some. And this is a special thing I don't show you now because the corner is a little bit not organized right now. But there's another working station from Liu Wenjua. She's also doing her potteries here and making all this pottery and tea pottery, the I Ching style and the Jingdezhen style of the teacups and such. It is right there. It's a big room, it's a big classroom, and she also does her classes here, music classes and so on. So yeah, back to Daoist practices. The talisman, there's many styles of talisman. This talisman is all called Fulu, or Fudo, together with the incantation is called Fudo. And this is what we call it usually, Fudo, because any Fu has an incantation. Incantations, if this is a good English term or English translation for Shendo, the Bada Shendo, the 8 heavenly incantations, we call them, part of the morning ceremony, they all include talisman, like Fu. Each one has a special Fu. So there is many of practitioner, they only just recite the text, but if you practice the Bada Shendo, like a real practice, like a real method, you're gonna need the complete set of the text, the Shendo, the talisman, the stamp, the seal, and very important and very secretly handled from most Shifu is the Shoju. And the Shoju. You will not find any of this online. You will not find any of this in the books. There is books, of course, but they are handed down very secretly. Or in the Dao College, you will also don't find everything. So I'm very grateful for my life, for my fate. I met the masters I met, and I'm very grateful for the teachings they transmitted. So I'm also happy to teach all the Daoist believers, Daoist practitioners out there. For this kind of practices, you need long time to, first of all, learn the basics, learn the scriptures, and I'm more than happy to teach all of this. But this takes time, and of course, Bu Wai Chuan. Bu Wai Chuan. Bu Wai Chuan, what this means, some of you already know it. Thomas, my dear Dao friend from Czech Republic, Bu Wai Chuan means there's things they only transmitted to the inner circle, so to the disciples. Like I get transmission from the Shifu. There's the next generation transmission to the next generation of disciples. So I'm going to continue drawing a little bit. The classical Daoist music is good for the ears. Yeah, wait, I saw there's a question, but I'm going to finish this one. But I think it's almost to the end. Okay, I gonna have a look what he writes there. He writes quite a lot. Yes, okay, of course, standing practice is a stillness practice. At least in my lineage, in my practice, what I teach is a stillness practice. It just depends on how you practice standing. And first of all, thank you, Alex, for the feedback. I'm very happy that you like the paintings, yeah? Maybe you can come and visit once and or twice, or as many as you want to look at them in person. We have many more paintings, and especially these red ones here. Yeah, they are from a very very old master, not too old, but he's quite old, and he's very famous for his deep knowledge of Daoism. So this is Ren Zhongquan Dashi painting, and this is from Ren Farong 写字人大师跟的大师跟大的大师we call him 实业 Ren Farong. Okay, yes, the standing practice, I mentioned it the other night, the other Dao Talk live stream. The standing practice, I have deeper experience in this, not only for practice like Qigong. Of course, this is a Qigong practice at first, but it is later on, if you continuously practice for years and years. This one is stillness practice, and you of course can Rujing, enter the stillness. And then there's phenomena. I don't usually talk publicly about this. Some of my students, when we sit together and do our inner circle Dao talk with tea, of course. Yeah, when I'm in the right mood, I'm always talking about the experiences to give them some impressions, but not just that much that they don't get images in their head and try to chase after these phenomena, because this is a big mistake many do. They hear or read about some phenomena because some of these authors, they just give their own experience away like candy. This is a good metaphor. They give it away, and people read this and get impressions and get ideas in their head, and during the practice, yeah, they just try to achieve these kind of phenomena. But there is one very important thing. It is all just temporarily, and if you try to catch those things, they will be more far away. If you don't try to catch those things, they will be very close. But even they appear, they are not important. So when you do practicing standing, and you have today, let's say you have a feeling of emptiness and feel like there's no weight on you at all, and you feel like a big round thing, then the next day you will try, and many do at first, same did I, all these mistakes I done before. So I just talk from my experience and give a good light on the dark way of Daoist practices. Yeah? So you don't don't get lost on the way. So when you practice and try to get this phenomenon back again and again, then you will have the problem of chasing after the phenomenon and not getting to the goal, what you want to achieve. In fact, like you get imaginations or images in your head, while you should let go of these things. So the same like pain, you stand there and you feel the pain because you concentrate on this, you feel the pain. If you understand that this is not a real thing, that this is just not real at all, if you keep telling you this, you will not feel the pain anyway. So all of you who started Zhengrang just recently after my video, this is a very good advice I can give you, and you can also translate it into any Daoist practices. It's just not real. The pain, the images, whatever this is showing you, the real things you will know when this appears. So, well, I hope you understand. Let's draw some more. Almost no power anymore. I hope we don't lose you. I could just get the cable, but they're in the other room, so my phone gonna ring one more time before it's turned off. All right. Still a few more to go. You can see a little bit what I do here. And if you want to learn these kind of practices, you're welcome to visit, to contact me via email, via messenger. We have a weekly class for liturgy, for Daoist ceremony practices. Yeah, we just started a few weeks ago, and my students, they all never learned this, never practiced this before in their life, but they are doing a very good progress. So if you also want to be part of the classes, if you want to learn, you could just contact me. We're gonna go on an America tour next year. So if you come from America and you want to learn this as well, you're more than welcome to contact me. We still didn't finalize the plan, the route, but there's already a few DAO friends from America contacting me, and we are about to settle with the different areas, because I will visit just a few, not too many, because afterwards I'm going to have more classes here in Germany, but also go to China to participate in the event. So yeah, there is the possibility, and there's many of my DAO friends from abroad, they ask about the online class. And this is a very simple announcement of this. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are waiting for this, but today I decided to start a new online course from February on. So there will be 2 semesters for the next year. And if you're interested, I'm going to post some more information about this in the next days. And this online course is also about the morning ceremony, evening ceremony, and is going to continue to advanced level at one point. But the basic for the advanced level, of course, is the first semester, the first 2 semesters. And once students are ready for the advanced level, we're gonna have another online course, advanced level online course, to learn more different practices as well. So if you want to join the online course, as well as the second International Daoist Ceremony Study Program is in January, so it's less than 1 month, and we still have some space because we have more chairs now. But if you're interested in this, you could just contact me. And if you're from foreign countries, this course is in English, and we learn within 9 days the course, the morning ceremony, including the instruments. And the third International Daoist Ceremony Study Program, it's a very long name, but it's a good name, is in July. And before I go to America, to the North America DAO Tour, we call it this, there is another chance to join a study program in the Laude College in here, in the DAO Temple, where you can learn the morning ceremony also within 9 days. And there's more information about this in the next coming days coming. And if you're interested, yeah, first comes, first served. If you're interested, you could just sign up right away, or wait a few months and maybe risk that there's no spots empty. Yeah, so you don't need to learn, or you don't need to know the Chinese language for the course, also for the online course, because we created a program especially for non-Chinese speaking. If you speak Chinese, I have a student, She's from Taiwan. You saw her probably in the past videos I posted about the practices. She is from Taiwan, and she is, of course, mother language is the Chinese, the traditional Chinese she reads since her childhood. So she also joined this class because she wants to learn it, and she learns, or she practices every day. That's why she progresses. She does very well in her practice, also in Taiji. Since 1.5 years, she's my student in the Taiji class, and she's instructor or assistant trainer level, because she practices every day, also at home, every day here in the hall, in the training hall with us. She's practicing intensively. But you don't need to practice intensively if you have a good routine. If you have a daily practice, of course, this is the best method or the best way. If you have not time for daily practices, then you find your time whenever you have the time. Of course, the best is daily practice. Just a few more to go. Time for a little break. Talk more about Daoist practices. If you are still watching, I'm very happy that you didn't leave me right away. I know today is a little different setup or setting, because I need to draw some talisman, and I wanted to show you a little bit about this practice, but we still have time, or also interested in talking about different things like Daoist practices or anything related to Daoism or Wudang culture. For those who follow my live stream, I talk a lot about scriptures, a lot about practices, internal practices, and if you're interested in this, you watch, or you could rewatch the earlier Dao streams, Dao Talk live streams on the Daoist Liu YouTube channel, or even here on my timeline on Facebook. Yesterday's late night Dao Talk was very interesting. I came up with a lot of good topics. So if you want to watch that, I think it was good. There was already a few people give me a good feedback on this. I'm very glad you like what I do. And if you have any comments or critics, please just shoot me with it. Yeah, so I can change to the better, because I want to do the best service for you. I want to give you all what I can do, what I can give you. So if you want to learn, for example, the talisman practice, you need to join the team. Join the team. Yeah, make a disciple, become a disciple. And not everyone wants to become a disciple. Then this, of course, it's not for everyone the right thing. But if you're interested in deeper knowledge of Daoist practices, you could also join the workshops or come to the classes. All right, Thomas, thank you for the question. Well, it's up to you how you practice. I cannot tell you how you should practice, you know. If it's my disciple, I would just say, if you don't practice every day, why you even start? Yeah. If you want to seriously practice the internal practice, meditation, you know, then you should practice every day. And even you get sick, or you get bitten by a tiger, if you're still alive, you can practice. And the practice keeps you alive. So, but seriously, if one wants to practice meditation or standing meditation, there's a basic foundation building 100-day practice. And once you pass this, in my program, all my disciples learn it the way I learned it, and you need to step into my footsteps. And there is a daily practice, like I did it 3 times, 4 times more and more intense than my disciples do. If they have the time, they do the practice every day 4 times, each time 1 hour. This is my practice at the beginning, to build the base, build the foundation of the Jandram. And later on, there's different practices involved, so there was always getting harder. And this is the way I teach as well. So if one really wants to make progress in the internal practice, you need to start enjoying the bitter food, the bitter life, and just sitting in a mountain hut and playing Daoist is not doing the trick. So a good teacher will always give you a hard time. This is what I got, and this is what I give. Sugar and whip. This is, I don't know if this is the right translation. This is in Germany, we call it Zucker, Brot und Peitsche, for all my German friends out there. Yes, my dear Dao friends, if you want to continuously, or if you want to really benefit, or if your goal is to become immortal, or if your goal is to Dao, harmonize with Dao, become one with Dao, then there is a lot of practices involved. If you know the right method, if your shift or your teacher teaches you the right method, then you're gonna walk the right way. But if your teacher doesn't know the way, or if you just practice half-ass practice, sorry to say it this way, but this is important. If you start practicing, you do it full time. Half-ass practice is just giving you half of the benefits. So standing is bitter eating, sitting is bitter eating. You see, I already puked more than 1 time just from sitting in a meditation seat for 3 hours, 4 hours, lotus, or standing for 2.5 hours, just like this, because I was afraid to take my arms down because maybe the master come around the corner. You see, this is something what many of you never had, but this is what brings you further. The respect, not the fear, but the respect of the way, the respect of the practice. This is why we have 3 hearts. The heart is honesty, trust, and perseverance, which means you continuously practice because you trust in what you do, because you see others benefit from this. And this is why I practice daily. Okay, let's continue with our talisman practice. If you still watch me, I'm very happy. Let me put this thing down a little bit so you can see more of the talisman. and who just start watching, this kind of talisman is especially for avoiding or getting rid of disasters. It's called the 24恶符, 24 talisman to get rid or drive away evil or disasters. 戒恶符, 戒恶符, you can also call it 戒恶符. Let's continue. This one could be a little bit longer, but it's fine. Oh, there's my dear student from America. Hello, Pallavi, 慈悲慈悲，欢迎你今天观看。And let me see what you write. Oh, a lot. Okay. Yes, you just need to do it. You're absolutely right. Yeah, your cat. Then you need to find a place where your cat is not interrupting, my dear Pallavi. So yeah, you need to find the environment is important. Yeah, the environment is really important, and the inner peace. So if you feel you have a lot of things in your mind, then you need to first learn how to lock the monkey in your heart. If you want to learn how to do that, one earlier episode of the Dao Talk Live is showing the practice, very simple, how to get rid of the monkey, how to practice with the monkey in your mind. Welcome to join us, my dear Dao friends from abroad, from far, from near. Today's Dao Talk is a little bit different because I'm showing a little bit of the Daoist practices, how to draw a talisman. And if you want to watch from the beginning, then after the live stream, there will be videos saved on the timeline and you can watch from the beginning if you're interested in it. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. I get the idea for the live streams from my one of my brothers in the Dadogwan, and he is doing a Weibo live stream every day. But he does it absolutely different because he is just sitting there drinking tea and talking nonsense. I watched him a few times in the morning after the morning ceremony. He was just Weibo is something similar to WeChat or how you would call it, like Facebook, this kind of social media things. And well, he has quite a lot of followers because in China you just have many more people than here, and they just follow him. I wish I would have 30,000 followers, but maybe one day. I'm happy I have you watching me right now, doing my work for tomorrow's ceremony. We have a ceremony for driving away evil, driving away disasters. Yeah, so we need to prepare a few talisman for this, and this is the 24 talisman to drive away the evil. you don't know what the practice is with the talisman, then maybe you could ask some questions, or if you want to learn more about this, you could just start asking or commenting during the live stream, or comment after the live stream ends. Comment on the video, and I will happily answer the questions, yeah, from you. So okay, let's make a little drawing break for all the Dao friends from abroad, from near and from far. It's the day, Wudang Tianzun. I'm at the moment preparing some talisman for tomorrow's ceremony, Daoist ceremony, and we're gonna practice these talisman in our classes. We do practice this during the workshops, but this is not the base level. So if you want to learn this, you need to learn the basics first. The basics involve the 早晚课, the morning evening ceremony, all the scriptures of the morning evening ceremony. And if you join our classes, you will also learn a lot of the basics. For example, the Shoujue, yeah, this is a very good Shoujue, yeah, the Buddhist one, yeah. But let me show you one only, yeah. This is a Shoujue, a hand seal we call it. This is a hand seal for practice, what I just showed you for my practice especially. I do a lot of internal practices with Shoujue. Yeah, every night I only do meditation practice instead of sleeping. I do sleeping practice, yeah, nighttime practice, and also daytime practice. As a Daoist practitioner, there's many specialties you could just specialize on. I have the feeling I do many things, but it's just what I am taught, and I'm very grateful for what I got to learn. So I'm also happy to show you a little bit some impressions of my daily Daoist lifestyle, Daoist life. Today, again, I say it already maybe 20 times in this live stream, I do talisman, I prepare talisman, and they are almost ready. Yeah, I prepared the talisman. These are going to be burned during the ceremony tomorrow, and we're gonna drive away evil and pray for the better with this. So if you are interested in learning more about this, you're welcome to contact me through the live chat, live Dao talk, or also comment or write me email, call me, anyway. Anyhow, yes. So I have a little thing, a little gimmick, what I want to show you. This is my favorite thing. This is like a little Walkman playing Daoist music. It has a lot of things on here, and this is also very good for practice. We buy those machines and we put Daoist music or Daoist practice material on that, so we can use this for the classes, as well as you can just carry it, put the ear plug in, and listen to your Daoist music all day. This is basically like a Walkman MP3 player with Daoist music, and it has a box. I don't know how you call it, a speaker. Yeah, a speaker. So you can make it loud or quiet. So yes, this is a very free, out of mind Dao Talk Live. I'm almost finished with my practice, so I'm going to boil more water because I want to drink more tea. Very delicious shupu at late night. And if you're interested in what I do, please welcome to contact me. A lot of feedback I got already from the past few weeks we're doing this live stream, and I'm happy all of you watch this. And if you have any ideas or any questions or anything what I should talk about, or any topic you want me to discuss about Daoism, about Wudang culture, you're more than welcome to tell me, and I will do the best to help you or talk about whatever you want me to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to close the live stream now, so all of you could watch it again from Wudang Temple, Germany, Yuzhenguan. I wish you a very good night, a very good day, wherever you are, near or far. I really love this, and I'm happy you like it too. 慈悲，慈悲，my dear Dao friends，福生无量。